Well, guys, we put in short yardage. Yesterday we had a tremendous scrimmage. Our guys were very spirited. We put in goal line today. We're going to scrimmage it on Saturday, preseason game number 2. We went full pass back to back. This is probably the toughest part of camp these last couple of days. Our guys did a tremendous job of responding. The leadership on the team has been phenomenal. I thought Ali Gay today had a tremendous day in pass rush. Yesterday, those 2 young running backs really showed out. Both of them had excellent days. They're going to be tremendous players for us. Our run game is coming along with our RPOs and our play actions. I think our team is developing very well. We got a couple of guys banged up, nicked up as part of camp. We're going to continue forward tomorrow. On Thursday, we'll put in 4 minutes. Friday, we're going to have a walkthrough. Saturday, we have preseason game number 2. And then next week, school starts to give our guys a break. And then we're going to start game planning next week for UCLA. Any questions?
Coach, yeah, I've got 2. Ed was wanting me to ask you. The Texas game and the Miami game were so important to getting off to a good start in 18-19. How important does that make the UCLA game?
You know, I look at it the same way. I haven't talked to the team about it. It's on the road, unknown team. You know, we're an unknown team. We know what we have, but we got to go out and prove it. We got to be hungry, and you know, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be at their house. They have some great athletes on their football team. It's the first time we've gone out to Los Angeles with our football team, so it's going to have to be a business trip. There's going to be some obstacles that we have to overcome during the game. Obviously, it's our first game together. They'll play the game. It's the first time we play with our quarterback. We have to take care of the football, but I think we'll be ready. Our guys are going to be fired up, ready to go.
I had a question. I think you told T-Bob and Jacob that you're doing short yardage and goal line.
Yeah.
Is this part of camp the most difficult part because you're kind of in the middle?
Yes.
Far from the end. I guess how do you approach that when you really want to get the most physical part of your practices in, and you know your guys are probably the most resistant at this point?
Yeah, you know, here's what I told them. The work that we do yesterday and today, we're going to use during the season. And I went back and I showed them the Auburn game in the Plains of September 15th that we played at 2:30. Showed back the game that we played in the Swamp that we played at 3:30, that 2:30 that time. The game we played at Georgia at 2:30, where it was hot and where it was tough, and that team was ready. They were prepared for that, and that's what we're doing now. We're preparing for those days. We know those days are going to come. They're probably going to come the first game, and the only way to prepare for that is to do it and to get out in the elements. It was challenging today, just like it was yesterday. Guys are banged up, they're bruised up. But, you know, I got to give, like, Austin Declan is going every down. Liam's going every down. Neil Farrell's going every down. Ali Gay's back going every down. Andre Anthony's going every down. Our linebackers are going every down. So when you have your best players, for the most part, going every down, it helps the football team.
Mike?
Hey, Coach. Mike Scarborough with TigerBait.com. 2-part question. With all the rain that you guys have had in the afternoon, typical showers, and the fact that you're not in school right now, is there a discussion about moving practices to the morning?
Yeah.
That's a little late. You got school next week. And the second part, Saquon Jones, what do you expect to get out of him? Being from him, obviously a true freshman that's raw coming out of St. James, but do you think he's going to give you more than a lot of people think behind Ali Gay this upcoming season?
You know, Savion's made tremendous progress this last week. Funny you mentioned him. You know, the first week was a little bit different for him, but you know what? You know, in the off-season conditioning drills, he's been phenomenal. And he's really coming along trying to learn his position and play it. He's so conscientious, he wants to play it right. You know what? In 2018, it rained a bunch, and we were practicing in the afternoon. So I said, okay, we're going to change the practice to the morning. And it rained in the morning. So that was the last time I did that. But we've been getting a lot of work outside. Thank God we got the indoor facility. You know, we got the guys checking for lightning and stuff like that. Like today, we practice some inside, some outside. Or tomorrow, we're going to go outside. I think a cumulative effect over the next 2 weeks, we're going to have enough practice in the elements to be ready.
Hey, Coach, did you get a timeline, or have you gotten a timeline on Miles Brennan in terms of when could he come back and how important? I'm sure you'd like two experienced quarterbacks
Yeah.
instead of one. I mean, it's the third or fourth game of the year.
Yeah, I don't want to say it that prematurely. He's just getting over the pain. He's just getting able to where he's coming back around. Obviously, it was emotional for him. I think they're going to try to put the pads on him as soon as he can. Maybe start throwing the ball. I don't know, a month or something. But I'm not in a hurry. I'm not going to rush him. I want him to be ready. I was told he better come back sometime this season, as early as mid-season, as late as open date, Alabama, something around there. But none of that's definite now.
Hey Ed, just to get some of the housekeeping out of the way, with any update on the status of Stingley or Davis Price, some of those banged up backs?
Yes. David, tired. Ran yesterday, man. Had some good plays. Came in yesterday, had some good plays, had some good runs. Kind of tweaked it again today. It's something that we got to monitor out the whole year. Derek's doing fine. I think that I think we're gonna lay off of him next week. I think the week after he should be fine, and I think that he's gonna be 100% there, and we won't have to worry about re-aggravating it.
Hey Coach, this is Glenn West of LSU Country. Just wondering if you could give us an update just on how the two tight ends are looking out there. Obviously Cole Taylor and Jack Bash. Just what are, I guess, kind of the strides that they've been making throughout this one?
Really good. Well, both of them are really good. And Pat Mashburn, he's in the mix too. Obviously, Cole's our starting tight end. He's doing very well. He's the physicality is something he's getting used to, but he's really working on it. With all the athletes we have on the field, that he's probably not the number one target in the passing game, and obviously so. We got a lot of guys that we can throw the ball to. Not that he can't catch it. Jack is a little bit out of position at the tight end position when you put him online because he's just not as physical as you want him to be. It's not his fault. He's a great player, has a tremendous catch radius. Goes get every ball you want him to. Is going to develop there. And Pat Mashburn is going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine there, or we're going to be great. Not yet, but we have a chance to be really good.
Hey Ed, question about the overtime. Now y'all have to go. The rules are now you have to go for two so much more often. Obviously,
Yeah.
experiencing overtime. When you have to go for two more often, do you implement certain plays designed for those situations, or do you just take whatever you like to do in short yardage, maybe, or do you design specific things for 2-point plays and everything?
Well, you know what, Wilson, we'll step ahead because we had that nice overtime game against A&M that year, and we ran out of plays. I remember Ensminger going, "Does anybody have another 2-point play?" I think it was 7 overtime. So since then, I've implemented a 2-point play period on Mondays, and we have a Rolodex of 2-point plays. So I think we're a little ahead of the game seriously, and we should be. And we're always looking for new 2-point plays. We may look at the NFL, we may look at college, some that work. That's an ongoing thing, but obviously you don't want to run the same one every time. So you want to have new ones ready every week. I think we're a little ahead of the curve on that because of that overtime game.
Coach Chessa Boucher with WVLA here in Baton Rouge. What have you seen from Keyshawn Butte, and are there any veteran wide receivers who have kind of stood out so far this year?
Yeah, I see leadership from Keyshawn. I see a very good connection with Max and Garrett. I think that him and John Trey and Jure are leading this team. Not only the wide receivers, the team. And I told the team the other day, it's very important in order for us to be a championship team that our best players practice the best. And there's no question, I can tell you, Keyshawn is practicing the best. And he's being the leader right out there. He's into it. He comes talk to me a lot of things. He's coaching the young guys. All those young guys are coming along. Every one of them has their day. This is one of the best group of skilled freshmen that we've had here. And I think all of them are going to get a chance to prove themselves.
What are you worried about right now? You got a good couple weeks to figure it out still. You want to tip your hand to me?
Yeah. They got pork chocks for then. I'm worried about eating too many. That's the only thing I worry about. No, but seriously, Mike, is we have some injuries, especially on the offensive line. I got to keep them healthy, And, you have to push. You get at a point right now, you have to push. And you have to be out in the elements, and we have to scrimmage. But we got to get our guys game ready also. And it's a fine line. And you at that point of camp where, as a coach, you want to be hard and you want to push them, but you want to be smart and pull off at the right time. So I think it's a fine line. I do believe that tomorrow we're going to be all in helmets. Today, we hit 2 days in a row. I'm going to give them a break tomorrow. I'm going to give them a break Friday. I'm going to see how healthy we are on Saturday, see how the number of plays that we can go, and maybe limit the type of scrimmages that may cause injuries to offensive line, like goal line, short yardage, and limit those guys. Maybe just have teach periods then, and just adjust to the injuries that we have.
You and I talked before about your ability to adapt, and we talked last week about rotating linebackers. Is that part of the game now where because you're playing two, like the old school mentality is, hey, we got to get rid of the old school mentality and play what works? Yeah,
we have to. There's no question, especially with the spread offenses. I mean, these guys are going to hurry up. You guys, we got to keep these guys fresh, and it's good to have 4 starters. I mean, there should be no difference when any one of those guys go in the game. It just makes us stronger.
Yeah, what's the latest with the safety spot? I guess have you figured out kind of a main 2 there? What's the latest?
Yeah, Jay Ward has just come back from an injury, so he's been steady there. Derek and those guys. Sage has been working nickel. He's been working safety. Todd's been doing very well there. We think we're going to be fine there. We think we're going to be strong there with the addition of Jay Ward there. So we think we're in good shape.
Coach, other than Chase and Himes, who else is hurt on the offensive line?
There's some nicks here and there. Anthony got just a little lower extremity injury yesterday. Is probably going to be out for about a week. But we think that all our offensive linemen are going to be back come game time. That those guys that had some nicks and some bruises, I don't see anyone out for a length of time that may not be ready for UCLA. Maybe one only, but we're going to find that out in a couple of weeks.
And a question about Greg McMahon. Obviously, he's been one of the mainstays on this staff the last few years. What is it about someone who is a former safety that makes him such an effective special teams coach? Is it just the way he sees things? What do you like so much about him in that role?
His thoroughness, fundamentally sound. He teaches fundamentals and he backs up everything I says. Core values. He has a lot of. He's helped me build this program. He's one of the pillars on my staff. Greg has recruited every kicker or punter that we have. All I've done is say, yeah, Coach, you like him? We have, but he's been right on every one. He recruited Avery Ackers as a walk-on. He recruited Cole. He recruited Cade. He recruited our punters. He handles the special team like a head coach. And here at 3 o'clock in the morning, leaves at 10 o'clock at night. A great man. Our players love him. I sit in every one of his meetings. He's very sound. He's a good man.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Go Tigers.